So she respects you, cooks for you every night. Does she clean the house?
Of course.
She cleans the house, and you got her working 16 hours a day. That sounds like slavery.
Ooh, hold on, bring it back. Hold on. First of all,
sheesh. What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got another banger for you, man. Hey, look, I want to appreciate y'all who has actually been watching these videos, man, and actually supporting the channel, bro. Y'all have been a big help, man, and I advise you to keep watching because I'm going to keep coming with these bangers, man. But today, we're going to be getting into a video from them guys over there at Hardly Initiated. If you haven't seen any of their content, go check them out ASAP. But they had a guest on there goes by the name of Yada. Yada Awaken is what I know him by because he used to do, I think he was an herbalist or something like that. And he's been going around spreading this notion that men don't supposed to go 50-50 in a relationship. A man is supposed to do 100% of everything. And, you know, he has a right to think however he want to think. But now he's pushing the narrative to everyone. And I don't think he should be doing that. That's just my opinions personally. But it has sparked a lot of controversy. You got women who really love it. And then you got some women that's kind of confused on it. They're like, yeah, it's just not realistic. I mean, yeah, and that's correct. If you look at the statistics, it's not realistic. But hey, to each his own, right? But we're going to get right into this video because I got to give y'all what I think about it, man. And I'm going to do that later in the video. Well, as the video go on. But before I get into the video, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you can get these videos when I drop them, all right, as it helps the channel. So without further ado, let's get right to it.
I'm saying men should be men.
But you saying we not men. You saying we not men.
Brother, any man that makes an excuse can't be a man completely. You can be a male. A man comes with responsibilities, and it's hard. To be a man, it's hard, brother. It's not easy. That's why the respect you want from your woman that you don't get, I get from mine.
My woman respect me.
Hold on.
My woman respect me.
You think she respects you.
My woman respect me.
You think she respects you.
Brother. Yeah,
you think she has she ever raised her voice at you?
No.
Does she cook for you every night, brother?
Of course.
Now, I personally don't think that no amount of money or what you do for a woman will keep her from raising her voice at you. I think she just has to respect you overall. And she has to have the right mindset as far as, okay, this is my man. This is who I'm with. I'm going to show him the utmost respect. I don't think the money has anything to do with it at all. That's just me, though.
So she respects you, cooks for you every night. Does she clean the house?
Of course.
She cleans the house, and you got her working 16 hours a day. That sounds like slavery.
ooh, hold on, bring it back. Hold on. First of all,
sheesh.
Hey, slavery, that's a strong word, brother. But listen.
Polarizing.
But I understand exactly what you meant. Because to have a woman essentially doing the same thing, having all the same responsibilities you have, plus that second shift
of taking care of you,
of being a traditional woman, and taking care of you and the family, that's a lot. That's a lot. Well, first of all, what made you call that conversation anyway? Like, what made you want to, bring that brother in the room and have that conversation?
We were sitting around and we're discussing why certain men are in the situations that they're in. And I just had to keep it real.
You just had to keep it real.
I just had to keep it real. I had to keep it real. When I think back on the conversation, it went like I was peeling layers off of an onion, and the more you peel the onion, the more your eyes start to water. And then you realize, man, this onion might really be good for me. And that's what it was with the brother. It was the anger, the frustration, the hostility. And not really towards me, but towards himself. And not just towards himself, but towards his father. Now he's thinking, man, I haven't been properly prepared the whole time. I'm thinking I'm a man because this is all I've seen. Now I have someone telling me I'm not a man. And he's living the way I want to live.
Nah, I had to beg to differ. I don't see no other man and be like, dang, he's living like how I want to live. And he may have more than I have, but I know for a fact that what he may have done or risked to get there, I personally may not be ready to risk what he risked. Most people that want that lifestyle don't know what the backstory is. So no, for him to say that, oh, he's telling me I'm not a man and I want a life like he, nah, bro. I don't think old dude was saying that. How do you know he's not satisfied with the life he got? So I don't agree with that off top. And I'm an unbiased person. But I don't agree with that.
Yeah, that's a full body shock right there. Because you talking about some things that we don't, I mean, I can't even say we don't hear 50-50. We don't hear nothing.
Right.
Nobody talks about how to, provide for a family, what the allocations actually look like, what provision looks like.
Right. But when we do, they say stop.
That's a good point.
When we do, they say stop. When we say, nah, it shouldn't be 50-50. Every household is different. Every man, listen, every man is different. So
that's true. Every man is different. I mean, when you look at the statistics, there are only 13% of black men that are top 10% of earners in this country. Only 13%. Bro, that's not enough men for women to want a man like that. A woman is better off putting life into her man and building him up to be that. That's just a realistic part of it. You have to build your man up to that point. And men, you got to build your woman up to the woman that you want her to be. And that's why it takes sometimes 50-50 or 60-40 or 70-30. That's just what it is, man, until we get to the top. So that's another thing I don't agree with. But I agree with the fact that he said people say that every household is different, every man is different. That is true, bro. Because only 13% of black men are in the top 10 percentile of earners. And the rest are the 50s and 60,000s or maybe 70.
Telling me God just say, you do 100, you do 50, you do 25. Matter of fact, you do 0.
Most people have no idea how to plan a date that builds connection. With 100 engaging dating cards, skip the small talk and get straight to the real conversation. Let's take the dating game to the next level. Click the link in the description and use discount code CLIPS for 10% off.
And they're not they're not wondering why their home is stuck in a state of hell. You're going against divine law. You're going against divine order. And when you go against the divine order, all hell breaks loose. Now your woman don't respect you. Your children.
No, this kind of like I told y'all, I've known about Yada way before he started speaking like he's speaking now. And he was a healer at first. He had bought a compound in Ecuador and he started growing natural plants and fruits and he was selling stuff from there. But there was an instance, right? And I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with Young Pharaoh. He exposed this man of being domestic towards the wife that he's with now.
Here we go. Listen.
Way before even I met Yada.
You heard that? Way before even I met Yada. So I don't want anybody saying, how you know that's her? She just confirmed it. Now, this is her trying to convince the neighbors, okay, not to magnify what happened previously, which is him beating her ass with the baby. Okay, so he sends her over there. Mind you, she still got the baby in her hand. Now watch the neighbor she tried to tell the neighbor.
So I'm not exposing people out of, that's not what this channel is for. I don't do that. But I hate when people try to put on this act as if they just the perfect man and they have the perfect wife and you just as down bad as every other person on this planet. Money cannot hide that. So I'm just saying, bro, I could never follow another man's ideology. I don't follow other men's ideology anyway. I mean, but if you're giving out knowledge that I can add to what I already got, that's different. But when your ideology doesn't line up with who you are, I can't go along with that. So a lot of people are being fooled by this. And they running with it. And it's not real, man. It's not real.
Children don't respect you. You're coming home, somebody, can I get a hot meal? Your woman looking at you, can I get a hot meal? Come on, brothers.
So let me ask you this, because just to bring clarity to the conversation, I want to understand, because when the brothers that's 50-50, and I want to bring, because I don't think people understand what that really means if you're new to the conversation. These are brothers who have pretty much taken a pact to say that for the entire duration of their relationship, not a moment or phase. And I think that's the biggest, I think that's the key piece of information. The entire duration of this relationship from start to finish will be us splitting these bills, right? Because I think it's a good argument. What, you know, the brother that might have got married at 21 years.
Okay. Granted that there are some dudes out there who plan on doing 50-50 with a woman for the entire duration of their relationship. I don't agree with that. I think that at some point, a man should build himself up or want to build himself up to the point where his wife or his girl or whoever she is never has to touch or lay her finger on another person's job. That's just me. I feel like that you should want to build yourself up. And I feel that women should want to build their man up so he can be that man. Because not everybody starts off like that. And Yada's right about one thing. Not every young man or man it was raised or molded to know that he's supposed to take care of his wife. Not every man knows that. So I'm just saying that there's some things that I agree with him. But him saying that you should never go 50-50 or 70-30 or 60-40. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that because sometimes it's like that because life be life. I'm just saying.
Years old, you know, first of all, at 21 as a man, we still finding ourselves, well, our identity, our purpose, and we definitely found the paper.
But the only reason because we weren't properly groomed. When you start going to these foreign countries, they're being taught to be husbands and wives at very young ages. We're not looking for husbands and wives.
And when you go to these foreign countries, most of the husband and wives are living in huts. Totally different situation than over here. And I'm not saying that in these foreign countries, they don't have homes and houses, but it's the same difference. The ones that have the houses are probably the top 10 percentile of earners or the top 1% that have the houses, and the people that lives in the huts, that's considered the ghetto of that country. I mean, it's the same thing. So, I mean, you got to be a damn fool to really sit up here and listen to what Yada is saying and saying, he's 100% right. You have got to be, as a man, you got to be a minion to sit up here and say, Yada's 100% right. No, if you know this man's background, you wouldn't even be saying this. You can't follow people like that. Just like I listened to some of the stuff that Kevin Samuel said, may his soul rest in peace, but I didn't follow him because I didn't agree with everything that he said. And it amazed me how many men did. It was crazy, but I digress.
Wives in America, we're looking for someone to help us do our jobs. That's why men say, hey man, 50-50, she's my helpmate. A woman helping you do something and a woman doing half of your job is two different things. And this is what they're not understanding. Their women aren't helping them. Their women are doing their job.
So when you say, so let's talk provision. Okay. Because obviously it's clear that you stand on the side of provision. A man's job is to provide. I want you to walk us through that. What does providing look like from a man on all levels? Like, what does that look like at the highest levels?
First, a man, because we have to deal with self. When I choose a woman, or when a man should choose a woman, it's because he's comfortable within himself. He loves himself. He's physically right, mentally right, spiritually right, intellectually he's being fed, and financially he's right. Now, when a man chooses a woman, he's not choosing a woman to help him do what he's supposed to do. He's choosing a woman to uplift his lineage, take care of his children. And if he's wise enough and he chooses a good woman, he'll pass her a company and say, baby, nurture this. We have to have vision. Men aren't having vision. And that's why you said a man will get into a relationship and be 50-50 for so long. The woman dies, it's still 50-50. But a man not realizing that he should get into a relationship when he can solely be the provider. Why? Because if the relationship doesn't work, you can still keep your home, you can still keep your car, you can still keep everything you have. But if this woman is making sure you're good half of the way, right? And you're doing half of the way, when that woman leaves, the half leaves with her. So now you can't afford that home. You can't afford that insurance. And this is what the men don't want to accept. Man, you're breaking them women. These are magnificent women. They're beautiful. They're handcrafted by God and given to us as a gift, and everything they touch, they nurture. We cause destruction. Men, we destroy. Women, they build. Even at a cellular level, they build.
Yeah.
I agree women are a gift, right? When nurtured correctly, because I have daughters and I have a mother. I have sisters. I have nieces. So yes, I definitely don't disagree with that. But at the same time, women are not perfect either. Women are human too. They make mistakes. They do the wrong things too. Just like men need guidance from other men, I think women should get guidance from other women, but women with some sense. Because not all women got sense, let's be honest. Just like not all men got sense. But we can't sit up here and act as if in real life somebody wants somebody to just control 100% of everything in their life. Because if I control everything in your life, ma'am, if you're my wife, and I was that type of dude, which I ain't that type of dude, but if I was that type of dude and I control everything, it wouldn't be nothing you could say about nothing. You couldn't complain about how I act. You couldn't complain about the things I asked you to do. You would pretty much, he said that if it's 50-50 and a woman goes to work to do whatever, then that is slavery, right? But I beg to differ, it's the other way around, because if you as a man control 100% of everything, then that by definition would make you her slave master. That means she can't do nothing without you. Not a thing without you. And I know this man has this thing where he say he pays his woman $250,000 a year to be this stay-at-home mom or whatever. That's cool and all. And that's perfect for them. But like I said, not every man can do that. And for him to be able to afford $250K a year, he has to be in the top 10 percentile or the top 1, right? Not every man is there. So he's speaking from a specific point in his life that every man, especially black men, may or may not have made it there yet. So yes, we don't get it. We don't get what you saying, bro, because we all ain't making over $250,000 a year. That's something you have to work towards. You don't be born just making that out the womb or taught how to make that as a young man. Not every man is gifted with people around them to do that. And for the ones that have been gifted with that, I salute y'all. But for the rest of us, we got to work these hands until we get to that point. So yes, no, I'm not agreeing with nothing that he said right there. That's besides, the women being gifts from God. Yeah, I can see that, because without my mom, I wouldn't be here. She gave birth to me. Matter of fact, that is my God, to be honest.
So I noticed that you did say that it's important that it's important that the men are getting a woman when they're financially together. Now, we understand that that's not always the case. A lot of brothers are getting married, it's not as often, but you got guys that get married right after college, some even in the military right after high school. I've seen a couple brothers like that as well. They're not in a position to be 100% or take 100% of the financial responsibility. Do you feel that that's a mistake for a man to take on that responsibility at that point in his life? Or is it okay to be at a point and be 50-50 temporarily and grow into that place as a man?
When a man chooses a woman, a man should be able to provide for that woman.
He dancing around the damn question. That ain't what he asked you, Yada.
Now, this doesn't mean shopping sprees and whatever you want. No, being able to keep a roof over her head, food in her mouth, clothes on her back. Now, that's just the physical. You also have to be there for emotionally. And the only way you can do that is by being there for yourself emotionally, healing from childhood traumas. You have to be there for her mentally. You have to be there for her spiritually. See, most men believe 50-50 is just income. They think providing 100% is just income because...
Well, that's how you made it seem, bro. Now, if he had led with this in the beginning, then people probably wouldn't even be saying what they're saying. You made it seem like it was just income. You made it just seem like it was just money. I'm just saying.
You also have men that provide 100%, but when it comes to the woman mentally, physically, and spiritually, he isn't doing anything. And that's why the man that doesn't have money is able to get the woman of the man that does have money, because the man that didn't have money can connect with her at that emotional level.
You know, so this is the thing, y'all. I'm hearing that, and
What the fuck, bro? He just redacted everything that he was standing on. Bro, he supposed to stand on business. What is he talking about?
and that's empowering me. You know what I mean? I feel good to hear you say that. I actually get very excited about that because
because he's speaking right now.
that's my ambition. My ambition is to be this extremely strong man who's able to handle business on multiple fronts. But the average person, right, is people watching this right now that's like, that's ridiculous. That's me doing everything. That's me having to be, shoulder all of the responsibilities. So what do you say to the man that's not?
I personally do not disagree with that ideology of being 100% to your woman. I don't disagree with that, because I can be there spiritually and emotionally and physically for sure, and financially. Those things I can do. But if my woman don't want me to just provide all the finances, and she wants to go out and work, or she wants to start a business, I'm going to support her in that. I'm already the one changing the brakes and the oil and keeping the cars running and all that stuff. So what's wrong with her doing what she's supposed to do in the house, inside the house? I'm already keeping the yard cut and the landscaping nice. What's wrong with her tending to the inside? We both are putting in some way, somehow. So this is where the 50-50 comes in at. There's nothing wrong with it to me. And if I can be there for her mentally, physically, emotionally, and she's there for me physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially, ain't that 50-50? That's all I'm saying.
Comfortable with receiving that message from you?
Brother, to be honest, for the man that's uncomfortable taking in the information, he is a disease to his family.
Lord have mercy. He just called niggas diseases.
On every level, financially, spiritually, mentally, intellectually. He is a dis-ease, meaning everywhere he goes, he brings a dis-ease type of energy.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, that's kind of one of those. We had to let that one breathe for a second.
You gotta let that one breathe.
Yeah, that brother just be talking, man. He just called men diseases who have a problem with taking in that information that he was giving out. First of all, if you're not explaining the information where people can retain it in a positive manner, most people not going to get it. And you're going to make them feel uncomfortable, man. You can't say things to people and make them feel inadequate and then expect them to take in the information just because they supposed to. That's not how it works. If you're a real teacher, because Yada used to call himself a teacher, if you're a real teacher, teachers understand that everybody learns things differently, right? So you can't teach 29 kids the same way. Everybody has to learn in a unique way. That is why I feel like teachers should get paid a lot more. And teachers have to have strategies to teach each individual child. That's why some kids need one-on-one tutoring and some don't. That's just how it is. That's how some people are. Some people excel faster than others. I, for one, was one of those people who didn't move as fast as everybody else. I had to take time on my work, which means I didn't finish my work all the time. But that's just who I was. I had to understand that's who I was. And people around me made me feel inadequate because I couldn't finish when they wanted me to or when they could, so it's all gibberish when you really think about it. And to say that, 50-50, that is not what you're supposed to do in a relationship, bro. I know guys who are in the top 10 percentile of earners right now who didn't start off there, but they women were with them when they ain't have nothing. And now that they're up there, they retired their wives. Now their wives are living the lives of their dreams, and they're going on vacations, and they're doing things because she helped that man get to that point. But you got some women don't want to wait. But those are some ignorant women. And when I say ignorant, that just means you don't know. This is nothing disrespectful to a woman. But when I say those are ignorant women, what I mean is you're ignorant to the fact that you want a man like that. But there are not enough men for you out here to have men like that. Only 13% of black men make that kind of money. And you can find this information on Black Demographics, okay? And that's just what it is, you know. I can't get too much more into this, man. Y'all get in the comments and y'all tell me what y'all think, because I can go on forever. But y'all get in the comments, tell me what y'all think, man. Do y'all think it's supposed to be 50-50 in relationships? No, let me re-ask this question. Do you think 50-50 is okay if your whole entire goal is to become to a point where you can do 100% of everything? Or do you think 50-50 is just, that's not it. That's not what it's supposed to be at all. A man's supposed to do that from the rip. Soon as he meet a woman, he's supposed to be able to do that. Do you think that? Hop in the comments and let me know. Look, I have no more to say on this. It's your boy Bo. I'm signing out, telling you to stay up, stay down, and most importantly, dog, stay real.